The PoPolitickin Show is brought to you by Audible. With over 180,000 titles to choose from, Audible is great for any continuous learner wanting to grow and expand their knowledge and insight. Go to www.audibletrial.com/POAudio and get an audiobook of your choice free with a 30-day trial. After the trial, your paid membership will begin at $14.95 per month. With your membership, you will receive 1 credit every month, good for an audiobook on Audible. Cancel before your trial ends and you will not be charged. So go to www.audibletrial.com/POAudio and download a free book by Tony Robbins, Grant Cardone, Napoleon Hill, Les Brown, Damon John, and more. Always remember that knowledge is power.
PoPolitickin.com.
Hey there, my name is Conner Cherland. I'm on PoPolitickin. I hope you enjoy the new music.
Oh, come and see the dusty halls. A mess is still the doctor's wife. In the everlasting tapestry, a thread removed so we could choose this life. With the mixtures he makes his mind too dark a place to live. All alone in his room, he paints the walls with what he wants, what you'll do for him. Don't you question my motives, dear, I loved you more than I could stand. The pheromones will work again, bring me one more for them. I know, for good reason, we'll fight the fates and try to win, to be free. With the echoes ringing in his mind was this
Welcome back to PoPolitickin.com, your home for music, meets self-help. Make sure you go listen to our podcast. We're on Spotify, iHeartRadio, Stitcher, Apple Music. I'm now politicking with Conner Cherland. How you doing, bro?
I'm doing well. How's your day going?
Going great. So let us know
Good.
your hometown. Where you from?
So I'm originally from Lancaster, California. It's like an hour north of LA. And I've been living out in Santa Barbara for the last 8 years after I went here for school in 2010.
Okay. And then how did you tell us about your background in music?
Background in music. I have no background in music. I grew up a volleyball player. That was my main focus from ages birth to 18. And then after that, I went to school for environmental studies over at UCSB. Started working in tech. So again, bounced around, built websites for property managers full time for 2.5 years. And then I decided to leave that for music. So each of them has been helpful, but yeah, saying it like that just makes it sound like I'm a career hopper, but they're they're all very much related.
So how many years you been in music right now?
This is almost 2 years.
Okay.
Yeah.
And what do you love about music?
What I love about it, well, mostly I just care about being able to connect with people. I care about being able to express the ideas that I'm thinking about. And I'm not like the tallest dude or like the buffest dude or like the hottest dude. I'm like one of those like medium guys, medium tall, just medium guys. So,
You're
so
five.
yeah. Well, like, but like I feel like fives get more respect. It's like when you're 6 to 7, that's when people are like, he's like cute enough. He probably doesn't have anything to say. He probably never needed it. All right. And they just so music is my way of getting people to kind of listen to what I have to say, and so far it's been working really well.
And describe your style as an artist.
I'm a lot of like indie folk, like branching out into indie rock at the moment. A lot of singer-songwriter stuff.
And describe your creative process.
Yeah, so I pretty much just stash away little phrases that I hear all day. Very similar to a lot of writers that I know, where anytime I hear someone say something that feels very honest and truthful, I try to write it down or make a note of it. The other day, this man sent a text that said, "Get over it. I did. Period." And when I saw that text, I thought that is possibly the most brutal and sincere text I've seen in a very long time. And I took a deep note of it because it seemed very important. And what an amazing way to end the conversation. So that's basically what I do. I just take note of things that I find interesting, and then when a melody does come into my mind, I use those previous phrases to help flesh out the idea.
And what are some of your influences? Who are some of your influences?
Yeah, I'm a big fan of Hozier, big fan of Shakey Graves. Those are probably two of my biggest. Both of them are really thoughtful when it comes to their words, and I really appreciate that. And the music seems to be just sort of a vehicle for them to get those words across.
And what was the last song you listened to?
Say that one more time.
The last song you listened to?
Last song I listened to would have been probably the new Hozier album. His debut song was Nina Cried Power, and it's pretty loud. It's pretty cool. I dig it.
Okay. And talk about some of your current projects, what you're working on right now.
So I just had my album release show last night for this new EP that I came out with called The Choices of John Still. It's a concept album about this character, John Still, and sort of expounds on the story from start to finish. And that's the biggest thing. So that just launched last night. You can find all 6 of those tracks for that EP on wherever you get music, Spotify, iTunes, etc. That's the main project right now. I've been releasing singles for the last couple weeks, just over and over again, and then the album came out last night.
And what are some of your interests outside of music?
Outside of music, wood carving. So
Hmm.
I have I have a Dremel that I use for some of the harder woodworking that I do, just like not like big woodworking, but like small things. So I use like Dremel bits, a lot of there's just a lot of like different shaped burrs, and then I have a lot of hand carving knives that I use as well. And then biking, normal hanging out with your friends stuff, going out to bars.
And what are some things you do as far as personal development?
Personal development. I listen to a lot of Gary Vaynerchuk. I listen to a lot of preachers. Between the two of them, I would say that's probably the majority of my personal development at the moment. Gary Vaynerchuk talking about a lot of the business side, and then a lot of preachers reminding me of the not to sell your soul side.
Then what are your main goals for your career right now?
Main goals for career right now. I really want to increase the amount of people that I can affect. I think that I'm at a stage where it's all about gaining awareness. And the more people that know about me, the more that I can surprise people and delight them. That means the more that they're going to tell their friends, and then their friends are going to follow me as well.
What do you want them to know about you?
I want them to know that I'm trying to make art that I want to see in the world. I think there's a lot of art out there that it's just kind of like I'm a big fan of, when I saw Straight Outta Compton, one of the big phrases that came out of that movie was, we're just representing the reality that we're living through. And so they weren't glorifying violence. They were actually saying the things that they were going through. And so that's one type of art, and I respect that. But then there's this other side of art of over exaggerating yourself all the time and consistently talking about things that you yourself wouldn't want to see continuing on in the world. So I'm trying to build out a better world and reality, and the music that I'm making is genuinely trying to push that across. And I personally want to see the music industry changed, because Mac Miller just died, like, great musician, but another person dying of overdose, most likely, still TBD. But I just think it's a harsh industry, and it shouldn't. If we really are getting so many benefits from that part of the world, then I don't know why it can't be filled with people who can fight addiction. And that I think that I can also help out in that arena.
So what do you want to change about the music industry?
I think there's a lot of people making a buck that aren't contributing enough. I want to see people really contributing value to an audience, because I think the audience is the main thing that we should be focusing on. That's where the majority of people are. And I do want the audience to become more thoughtful after every concert, not just using concert as like a substitute for a drug, something to like. There's always escapism, but I think it should also breed a little bit extra thoughtfulness.
What advice would you give to new artists?
Say that one more time.
What advice would you give to new artists?
I would say write a lot and perform a lot. That's pretty much my thesis for what I've been doing in my career. And meet as many people as you can, because you need a lot of allies.
But what's a lot as far as writing and performing?
Writing, I would say try to shoot for 40 songs in a year. And everybody's different. But I would say if you are making 40 songs in a year, there's 36 weeks in a year? Yeah, so if you're doing one a week, I would even say that. If you're doing one song a week, that gives you so many more at-bats in your life. That would be my place to start.
What would you like to say to your fans and supporters?
I'd like to say thank you so much for showing up to the album release show last night. That was incredible. And anybody else who hasn't gotten to listen to the album, I highly recommend that you do. Thanks for continuing to support me.
Let's say anybody just not hearing about you, why should they go check your music out?
Say that one more time.
I said anybody just hearing about you right now, why should they go check your music out?
You should come and check my music out, because it's, one, very good. Two, I do think it's going to breed a little bit of extra thoughtfulness in the world. And 3, I will say thank you, personally.
Yeah, I'm saying you actually do have some good music. I was checking it out. It's really, really good. Like
Thank you.
you was talking about the John Steele, I think it's right when it comes on the SoundCloud. It's the first song. I like that one too.
Yeah, good.
Cool,
I'm
man.
glad.
All right, man. I want to say thank you for coming through Politic with me.
Yeah, thank you so much for having me on the show.
Yeah, you want to give me your social media and everything?
Yeah, social media, Conner Cherland, Conner, share like the singer, land like the ground.
Huh.
Went off to college and I met you in a week. When I found myself inside your room, and I know the feeling of the love that's gone away. Glad my body found a home away from you. I find another and I get inside your bed. It's a move by me that's overdone. Tell your father we are only friends, but the bodies just don't fit quite genuine. Oh, Emily, why you on my dreams again? Why you knocking at my door? Oh, Emily. Thought I felt better. I've been married for a week. I'm surprised my mind thought of you. But I guess the married can have their demons too. Glad my body found a home away from you. Oh, Emily, why you on my dreams again? Why you knocking at my door? Oh, Emily. Oh, Emily. Oh, Emily. Oh, Emily. I got your letter and a call from a friend, and he's saying that he's worried too. I swore I loved you, but I had to get away. Glad my body found a home away from you. Oh, Emily, why you on my dreams again? My door. Oh, Emily, oh, Emily, why you on my dreams again? And why you knocking at my door? Oh, Emily, oh, Emily.
Thanks for listening to PoPolitickin.com, a self-help meets hip-hop brand. If you are an artist or business owner wanting to be featured on PoPolitickin.com, contact us at PoPolitickin@gmail.com. That's PoPolitickin@gmail.com. Or text 760-717-5803. If you're a listener that enjoys the show and wants to support, You can donate to PoPolitickin.com via PayPal.com. Please send donations to PoPolitickin@gmail.com. Any amount will be helpful in continuing to create quality content and shows. As always, check out PoPolitickin.com for past episodes. Make sure you subscribe to PoPolitickin on iTunes, YouTube, Podomatic, Stitcher Radio, and Google Play.